What is up, everybody? It's your boy Tired Man 96, aka Thriller. We are here, and I am extremely tired, but this is the only best time me and Mountain Man, who is our opponent this week, best chance for us to have any chance of playing this game due to the time difference and overall how our schedules lined up. So I have to make this work. If I end up losing my undefeated streak because I'm tired and can't think straight, then that's just how it is. But rather just get this game done so that way we don't have to worry about falling behind and just getting ourselves situated. So, with that being said, if you guys are excited, leave a like if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new. Join the thrill crew today. As I said, we are taking on Team Magma again this week, and we are taking on one of the two founders of Team Magma this time around, and Coach Mountain Man in the Cerulean Edges. This is the first time me and Mountain Man have ever faced off, so this should be a really interesting and fun matchup. Looking at Mountain's team, though, he has Meowscarada, Excalibur, Quavel, Thunderous, Metagross, Clodsire, Incineroar, Wheezing, Mismagius, and Farigiraf. Looking at the six I expect him to bring his own Meowscarada. I expect to bring his Thunderous, his version of Thunderous, Metagross, Quavel, Mismagius, and Galarian Wheezing. Do not think Farigiraf makes a ton of sense into my build. I think Farigiraf doesn't really help him as much. Incineroar is decently good into my team, but the problem that Incineroar has, it can proc weakness policies very easily. It procs Intimidate super easily for my Defiant, Annihilate. I overall just also don't think it's that insanely great into me, but I could be surprised. I would not be too surprised if he felt like he needed it. Clodsire, I think the Clodsire mirror match is not really that good because I just feel like my team overwhelms his Clodsire over, and the same thing can be said about mine in terms of pressuring that. And I also don't think that Excalibur comes. I think Excalibur has a bit of a rough matchup, and it's kind of forced to be a couple of variants of sets, but I think the sets that it cannot bring into my don't really help it as much. So that's the reason why we have the six that we do have. So let's kick it off with the team that I have. Also, I do not apologize for my yawning because this is how it's going to go. We got Yellow, the Latias here. Recover, Calm Mind, Psychic, and Shadow Ball. Psychic is pretty much free into everything on my opponent's roster. And then Shadow Ball did take a bit of a really risky bring here because if Incineroar does come, I cannot touch it with this thing. So I have to very much either ship it down to the point where a +2 or a +3 Shadow Ball knocks it out, or hope and pray to God I get rid of it before anything else happens. So Latios is really important in this matchup. We have max HP, 116 defense, 40 special attack with a timid nature of 100 speed. This lets us outspeed the 308s and below, which I do not remember off the top of my head what they are supposed to be. I think it's for the Excalibur. Excuse me, Excalibur and below. But we get a Calm Mind off, and we can get some free recovers off. We get instant boost pretty freely into most matchups here, which I think is really good. Up next, we have the return of the Agility Arcana this week, 96 HP, which I actually checked to make sure I had an odd number in my HP count. 4 in defense, max attack, adamant, 156 speed. With the agility, we should be faster than everything out there in Magical, and pretty much just claim KOs. Like, this thing literally just kind of just gets a KO, if not two shots, everything. So, excuse me. And I almost didn't have Rocket, which thank God I checked that. And now I have Arcanine, pretty much a win con in this matchup, or an insanely great breaker. Up next, we have Annihilate here with Bulk Up, Drain Punch, Rage Fist, and Facade. 116 in HP, 40 attack, 216 defense, and a 136 spec depth with the Impish nature. We are primarily more physically defensive Annihilate this week to take advantage of our bulk ups. And now you may see I do have Facade plus Lumberry here. The idea of this set is to basically know that I'm going to get status in some way, shape, or form. And I want to get my bulk ups up as much as I can. And hopefully then get into a position where I can get some KO and vice versa and stuff. But with Lumberry, it lets him bait that I'm not Facade, and then when he tries to Facade me and he has no real answer to Facade on his team, I can then just spam Facade, spam, and just basically win the game that way. So it's a bit of a redundancy to have this, but I think it works out for a lot of reasons. Up next, we're bringing Choice Band Meowscarada, and I'm taking a bit of a gamble this week. We're running primarily our dual stab this matchup, and it's a little bit risky to do so, but I think it will match up fine for what we needed to. Triple Axle is also pretty free into what cannot switch into our dual stab. But otherwise, our dual stab and sucker punch is really good. Really don't like the fact I have to have sucker punch on here because of the 50/50s, but it is how it is. And I just have to rock with that. We are running a speed tie for his Meowscarada just in case if he does do the same thing. Up next, we have mods here. Our Tinkaton with Sword Stance, Play Rough, Gigaton, and Knockoff with the Lumberry 136 into defense. Oh, HP, my bad. Max attack, Adamant, 100 in defense, and 20 in SPDEF. We did not need any speed because we outspeed what pretty much we were going for. Otherwise, this is meant to be kind of bulky to set up swing with. Excuse me. And just in general, Strawmon. Up next, we have Agility, 3 attacks, Thunderous with Agility, Focus Blast, Psychic, and Thunderbolt with the Magnet. With the Magnet, we two-shot everything that we need to two-shot that is unresisted, and we Oko stuff with that is also unresisted. 104 in HP, 84 defense, max special attack, modest, and 68 speed. With the speed, we should outspeed literally everything in my opponent's roster and be able to knock them out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the matchup here against Mountain Man. I think win or lose, I'm actually very excited that we take on Mountain Man as we have actually never played in 3 seasons of JJDL. So, very interesting matchup here. I think this is a matchup that we can go either or for either player in this one. So, it's gonna be interesting. If I see it in Cineroar, I'm gonna panic a little bit, but not crazy. Excuse me, but not crazy. Okay, he does bring Cineroar. I had a feeling he could have brought it, but he did. So he actually brings the Quavel, which I expected. No Thunderous. Okay, so he brings everything expected except no Thunderous, which means no Prankster. Which, thank God. Now, I do wish I could have brought specs on a couple of Pokemon, but that's just the nature of how things go. So, looking at potential leads here, I could see the Incineroar lead. I could see a Metagross lead. I could see a Weezing lead. I don't think I see any shape or form what he does here. The Quavel would be a very weird lead of choice here. I think he either leads off with the Incin, the Metagross, or the Weezing. He could also lead off with... I think the only thing he doesn't lead off here is his Quack. I think everything else he can't realistically lead off here with. I'm going to actually lead off my Arcanine here. I think my Arcanine matches up pretty well into at least everything. Now, if Quack is this play of choice, this is actually going to be the worst case scenario for us. Because that's a free U-turn or a free Ice move. And that could be really, really bad. Yes! Called it! Get your balloon. Alright, so there's a couple of plays I could do here. Arcanine, Metagross. If this is a max HP Metagross, it still drops the Flare Blitz. There's no way. I feel like there's no way you're staying in here. There's no way. Because I feel like the Incineroar pivot is super free here. Right? There's no way you stay when you know you die unless you're max Fizz Death. I could just Flare Blitz here. Double check this Quackable real quick. Wild Charge should always knock this thing out, unless it's linked. I feel like you also need to save Metagross. I want to risk an agility. Gotcha. Alright, let's look at an Aqua Jet here. Aqua Jet does 84 to 99. If it's choice banded, it does knock me out. If it's not banded and it's adamant, it's a roll. I'm gonna wild charge here. Wow! That is an extremely fat duck. So that did 61%. So that was a mid-roll. That is max HP, max defense. That is crazy. So, looking by the damage here, we do 44 to 52. So we do knock him out with another Wild Charge. And Wild Charge is pretty free into most of his team. So I'm just going to Wild Charge here again. Bees. Did he have Aqua Jet? I don't think you fit Aqua Jet in this build. Which means if you're no attack, Aqua Jet will still knock me out. But I don't think you fit Aqua Jet on a build like this. If it's physically defensive, I think it's meant to be Roost, knockoff. I think I always just Wild Charge here. There's no reason not to. I really can't set this up. Yes, okay. So Quack's down. So that's going to open up the door. So Head Smashes are free. And Flare Blitzes, more importantly, are free. Now, I did lose my Life Orb. Which is unfortunate. But I should nab... Alright, Incin comes in here. Incineroar. If it's max HP and I am -1, I still do 91 to 108, which is a lot of damage here. So I'm just going for the Head Smash here. There's no reason to overpredict this. That's so unfortunate, man. That sucks. Damn, man, that miss matters a lot because now I can't tell if this thing's Fizz Def now. What sucks is they might have to save this. I guess it kind of comes down. Alright, Miss Mag. Miss Magius. We do outspeed and miss Magius. Yes, we do. Head smash at -1 still could knock this out. And a Shadow Ball doesn't knock me out. I think we still head smash here. It's my strongest move here. Yes! Alright, get rid of Miss Mag. We are losing threats, though. Okay, so we're now in a good position here. However, I do think now if I do switch out my Arcanine here, it's meant to be breaking now. Alright, Instinct comes back in here. I'm now -2. I really need damage on this Incineroar. I really need damage on this Incineroar. He does 40 to 47. Unless you get a max roll knockoff, you don't knock me out. I really need damage off on this thing, so I'm going to head smash. 71. Okay, so he's got Darkest Lariat. So that's 71. That is standard max HP. He is now sitting at 29%. I had to head smash again. Or do I Flare Blitz? Predicting... Let's think about this. I either Flare Blitz here, predicting the Metagross, Let's think about this. So dude, 71, so it's definitely max HP. No, I could Flare Blitz here. And -2 Flare Blitz to a Metagross will do how much? If it's max HP, this will do 43 to 51%. So let's think about it. Is there a reason for him to save this? Honestly, no. There's no realistic way he saves this. Unless he needs something for the Latias. Unless he needs it for the Latias. Which I feel like he needs, but at the same time, I have a check to this easily. I either head smash or I hit Flare Blitz here. I would love damage on Metagross though. Does he risk this? I'm gonna head smash. Okay, that's fine with me. Bruh. Alright, so what's doing the most to Weezing here? Wrong Weezing. If this is the type of Weezing at -2, head smash is my strongest move. that's now weakened, which really opens the door here. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to sack off my Arcanine here. I'm just going to click Head Smash. 27. Okay. So 27, that is pretty much the standard build. Alright, so with this Incineroar, if I get my Latias in, +1, wrong button, a +1 Shadow Ball, I can take a knockoff, and then at +3, I do 15, so I do think I need to actually go into my mods here, and I do outspeed with my Tinkaton, correct? If I'm at +1, I do 46 to 55. And I should outspeed if it's not speed invested. So yeah, I'm gonna go into this. Set up my Swords Dance. It is a little unfortunate because... Oh, that's perfect. Metagross. If this is max HP Metagross, this does 70 to 83. If this is like an offensive Gross, it does 85 to 101. So I'm just gonna knock here. '83. Alright, so Bullet Punch is gonna pick me off here. I think he knows I know the Bullet Punch is coming. So I'm gonna knock here. So we had Earthquake, which kind of makes sense into my team. Okay, so he just does this. Alright, so... So you're sitting at 10%. Incineroar. I'm at +1. Knockoff did 16 to 19%. We got a max roll on that. So now +1 does an 11 to 13. It should knock you out. I could go for the play rough just to be safe. Metagross is at +1. So that was that has to be max HP Metagross. So at +1, if I went for a play rough, it does 18 to 21, which knocks you out. So I'm gonna play rough here. Alright, so we get rid of the Incineroar, which now means my Lottie can win. In comes Meow. I don't allow this thing to set up for free. Okay, she transforms into Fairy type, okay. I'm gonna run my Thundaga here, and I want to see if you're Scarf. I want to see if you're Scarf or... Ooh, you have Copycat! I didn't see that. Okay, so you have Copycat. So you have Copycat. So you're not Choice.
And I can just fire off a free T-Bolt here. There's no reason for me not to. So I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt here. If this... Meow. To my Thundurus, that's with 3 hits. If you get 2 hits, you need to get all 3 hits to knock me out. So I'm just gonna Thunderbolt here. We basically need to force the Meow out. Copycat's interesting. I would imagine he maybe thought Copycat could have done 2 things. Would have either A, transformed into a Fairy type. Perfect. Alright, let's think about this. So I had to sack this, unfortunately. Let's go! 4-0 sweep, baby! Oh my god, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh man, I really feel bad for Mountain Man though, dude. That actually sucks. I think he can. It's one of those things where obviously it might have been late for him too, so he might have been playing a little tired as well. But oh my god, we somehow pull off the victory, and we are now 3-0. No wait, 4-0. I'm too tired to remember stuff, man. We are 4-0 now in the JJDL, and we walk away with another video. If we get one more win, that should really. I mean, I'm trying. I gotta remember that regardless, we're all going to playoffs, and it's just gonna matter at the end game for the overall team to do well in playoffs. I gotta remember that. I'm almost getting used to the mentality of how standings work. So, but to be 4-0 honestly feels really great right now, and we pick up a big victory. Arcanine actually almost legitimately could have won this game by itself. Almost. Um, Obviously that first miss kind of it slightly mattered. It only would have mattered in terms of just what the damage output would have looked like. Now there was a roll to kill only max HP Incineroar. It was not a guaranteed kill. We did get lucky on that roll against the Mismag though. That was really important there. I got shout out to Trey again, dude. This Arcanine pickup was such a smart move, and this is like the best I've ever used of Arcanine. So, shout out to my man Trey, who's unfortunately no longer in the league or coaching Plasma, but he will always be remembered in Plasma as the man that got me this Arcanine. And I feel honestly really proud of the team prep. I think we prepped it really well. Latios actually could have just won that game right there if we had done stuff there. That would have been really great. But overall, really proud of the team came together, and I think I did really well. I think that endgame could have been a lot more scarier because he revealed that he's choice banded, so it would have came down. Actually, no, 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 no. I would have won this game because of this. I was banded sucker punch, so I think it would have just came down to the 50-50 mind games of sucker punch. Because I think what I would have done then, as soon as Thundy went down, I would have went straight to my Meowscarada, which would have screamed that I was choice banded. Screamed that I was choice banded. Or scream that I was choice locked or into sucker punch potentially. Then it would come down to the 50-50 play right there. If I would have axled in front of Wheezing or of what's his name of the Meow, it would have came down to that. It would have honestly came down to that. I definitely think that slight mess up on Mountain definitely cost him the game because this game would have been possibly either over or it came down a lot closer. But who knows? But otherwise, GG's to Mountain. That was actually a really, really close game. I think the game was a lot more closer than it looks on the screen. Like, yeah, I've got three Mons that haven't hit the field and are all 100. But I think, like, you look at what he had left with basically these two. That game was so much closer of an end game than it could have been. So, GG's to Mountain Man, though. Really great guy. Obviously, one of the best admins and mods that John has in his server. And he's a really good person that runs the docs as well. So, massive shouts to Mountain Man, though. GG's again, man. With that being said, I'm gonna go get some sleep because I really want sleep. But thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.